Japan have qualified for the 2018 World Cup by beating Australia 74, 73 in the final of the Asia Cup. And in the Olympic Games, they made the tournament proper in 1976. That was the first time women had basketball in the Olympics. And then they qualified as well in 2016 when they lost to the United States in the quarterfinals. In the World Cup, in about a month's time, they'll be playing in Group C against Puerto Rico, Belgium and Spain. Well, we're looking at Hong Kong, and they made their first appearance just 4 years ago in Incheon, Korea. First appearance in the Asian Games, that is. They had 3 wins against Mongolia and Nepal, and also against Qatar, who forfeited their game. Even though they won those 3 games, Hong Kong finished 9th. Saying that, they have appeared regularly in the Asia Cup since 1968, but have never ever made the medal stages. Hong Kong are ranked 64 in the world compared to Japan 13. 3 officials. The chief of the crew is Eugenie Mikhaev from Kazakhstan, and he's joined by Yeon Lee from Korea and Johan Kristania from Indonesia. Our commissioner is also an Indonesian. He is Ibnu Susilo. Well, there have been 2 games already today in the women's competition. First was something of a blowout, expectedly. And China 110, Thailand 42, a gallant performance from the diminutive Thais. In China, they also off to the World Cup, which begins, I think, September 22nd in Tenerife. The other game today, surprising margin, actually. It was a margin of 30 points. I thought it was going to be a lot closer than that, but no, Chinese Taipei ran away with it 72-42 against Kazakhstan. Well, earlier today I asked the head coach of China whether they were preparing for Tenerife, and he was very cagey. They've got the United States in their pool, along with Senegal and Latvia. That's China in the forthcoming World Cup. Japan, however, looks to me as though they've got rather an easier group than China. As we look at the lineup for Japan, they're in the World Cup. Puerto Rico, Belgium and Spain are the opponents in Group C for Japan. Had a word with the head coach of the Japanese team here. That's Natsumi Yabuchi. She assures me that she's not going to be the head coach in Tenerife. I expected a face of disappointment, and she told me that, but no, she's no problem. She accepts it. And I gather that a lot of these Japanese players here are not expected to go to Tenerife. This is more or less a Japanese B team, but 1 or 2 of them, she thinks, may be looking to impress the coach. And upon looking at videos of the game, they may just fight their way into that Japanese team. As I said, Japan made the 2016 Olympic Games as a result of beating China in the final of the 2015 FIBA Asia Championships. 2 players from that fabulous 2015 team. I'm not sure whether they'll be going to Tenerife. I hope they are, because they are wonderful players. Asami Yoshida, the point guard, and Ramu Tokashiki of the Seattle Storm, who won the MVP back in 2015. That win against China, they won the final, would you believe, by 35 points, having beaten China by 1 in the preliminary group stage. An astonishing performance. Well, head coach of Hong Kong, Kim Ho-Koon, trying to suppress a little weariness there. Well, just as in the first game today, when China overwhelmed Thailand, this is not expected to be close. So Hong Kong will be giving their all, we have no doubt. But one major difference between the Thailand and China lineup is that the Thais were half the size of the Chinese, whereas these two teams look relatively similar height-wise. I was watching the Japanese warm-up, and it is a wonder to behold their warm-up routine. They spend about an hour warming up, and they don't repeat things at all. They warm up a drill for 3 minutes, then they change the drill, back to another drill, and every drill is performed at top speed. They're aggressive in their warm-ups, they play for real, they rebound like maniacs, they run, and that's all in a half court. It is a very, very professional looking outfit, the Japanese here. And of course, they're very proud of the fact that they are hosting the next Olympic Games 2020 in Tokyo and other parts of Japan as well. I think they aim to make a statement. They got to the quarterfinals in Brazil in 2016. I think they want to do better than that on their home court. And who's to say they won't? If they run the fast break like they did in Brazil and like they did in Wuhan in 2015, in that wonderful tournament, as I said, it was just spectacular. I have never seen a fast break played like that. Not in the women's game anyway. There are a few Japanese fans here. A couple of Japanese flags being proudly displayed in the VIP area. The VIP area, we just got a glimpse of it on the right of the court there from the one of the scoreboard ends. And just before just as the warm-up finished, the whole Japanese team, coaches and all, came and bowed to the two Japanese spectators. I assume that they are very important people, those two fans. So here we go. It is game 3 on day 2 of the 2018 Asia Games. The women's basketball has begun today. It is Japan in red, Hong Kong in white. Needless to say, a lot of Japanese merchandise on display. Just waiting for the clock, or the shot clock actually, to tick down. So here we go. Shot clock registers 24, the game clock registers 10, and we're ready. Japan in red, Hong Kong in white. And Japan win the toss. Well, I was about to say the ball never touched the floor, but then the ball handler lost it. And Hong Kong trouble the scorer before anyone else. Great steal and a good start for Hong Kong. That is Yanlin Wong. And the response is immediate. 33 for Japan is Tomomi Nakada. Well, her biog says she's 6 foot. She doesn't look anywhere near 6 foot to me, the number 33. Oh, great hands, good hustle. And here goes Japan on the coast-to-coast move. That's a rarity, actually, playing with not an awful lot of composure. Japanese, that is. The shot clock is low. Very low, in fact. A bullet-like pass. That is just an absolutely sumptuous pass through traffic. The bounce pass ended with a layup for number 32. That's Sayuri Mizaki. But it was all about the pass. Well, if that's what we have in store, it's a mouth-watering prospect for basketball fans. Three-pointer goes up and off the glass, but not in. And the first foul of the game is committed by number 2, Yamling Wong.
Foul number 2, Wong Yi. First personal foul, first team foul for Hong Kong.
Hong Kong in a man-to-man. All credit to them, it's about fundamental skill, and there's a defensive foul. Second foul against Hong Kong.
Foul number 2, Wong Yi, the second personal foul, second team foul.
That's her second, and the second by the team. Nice turnaround shot, 6-2 to Japan. Well, no need to box out there, as every Hong Kong player was heading back on defense. Didn't quite hang on to the pass there. Again, no rebounders for Hong Kong. Oh, another fabulous pass. They don't hang around, these Japanese players, do they? And 3/4 of the length of the floor, that pass. And it was right on the button. And there was a foul. Third foul against Hong Kong. No problem with the first for Saki Hayashi, a mere 5'3". Two from two. Oh, the defense by the Japanese is so aggressive. Well, that was, let's call it a hurl at the hoop. And another full court pass and another fast break. What did I say about the Japanese fast break? It is something to behold. Saki Hayashi there laying it up. Oh, the three-pointer, that will settle any nerves that Hong Kong had. Number 6 for Hong Kong is Chin Chuik, but the response is instantaneous. You blink and you miss it. 11 for Japan is Mio Shinozaki. There's another three-point attempt, but not this time. But the rebound drops conveniently in the hands of the Hong Kong player. And again, that's a hurl at the hoop. Oh, lovely pass inside. A secondary fast break this time. Absolutely exquisite. Finished off by Tamami Nakada. Good help defense. And just look, every Japanese player who gets the ball looks ahead instantaneously. Good rebounding as well. That came off a Japanese hand. Hong Kong possession. 14-5. Look at that pass inside. Absolutely gorgeous, that pass. I saw them practicing that kind of layup in their warm-up, and they didn't miss one. That's an illegal screen, yep. Illegal screen set by Hong Kong's Kim-Man Wong. Coach Kin Ho-kun, not quite, yeah, she asked rather politely for a timeout. She looked as though she'd changed her mind, but then insisted. So the first time out of the game is taken by Hong Kong, with them trailing 5-14, almost halfway through this first quarter. Well, only 3 Japanese players have scored so far, number 33, number 27 and number 11, but I think all bar one have been scored on the fast break. Remember, there are 2 groups of 5 in the women's competition here in the 2018 Asian Games basketball. And from those 5, after an initial single round robin preliminary round, the top 4 teams of the 5 go through to the quarterfinals. Ryo Shinozaki takes the seat, and she's replaced by Aya Watanabe. There's another Japanese sub on as well. That's Stephanie Nuwali, number 3. That's a holding foul. That's 2 shots. Japan on the foul line because Hong Kong have been in the penalty for some time, and so far no fouls against Japan. And once more, one of the Hong Kong players has 3 fouls. That's number 2, Yanling Wong. That's a shame, because before that Japan were 3 from 3 from the foul line. Oh, that's a powerful move inside. She rode the contact. But look how quickly she can get the ball down the floor. Now, they ran a drill in their warm-up, very similar to what they're doing at the moment. But in the warm-up, they didn't lose the ball on the dribble. Oh, a clumsy dribble, almost lost the ball. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. That's a sweet move. 21 for Hong Kong is Suzli Wok-Kwan. Nice little fadeaway jumper. Well, Hong Kong have fought their way back into the game. They're only trailing by 6. 4 to go in the first quarter. They really do spread the floor. When there's no fast break on, they zip that ball around, Japan. Well, the left-handed leg was unsuccessful, but they got the rebound. And then gave the ball away. Well read by the Hong Kong offense, or defense rather, and the 3-pointer is in. Well, Hong Kong really and truly back in the game. They now trail by 3. Make that 5. Nice open shot. The open shot made by Mo Nagata. That's good help defense and well kept alive, the rebound. Oh, lovely pass inside. Bit of a strong shot off the glass though, no touch. And now it's Stephanie Nuwali there, missing twice. And the offensive rebound, if indeed you can rebound an air ball. Oh, that strange shot. Strange looking shot, rather, on Susie Kwon. Oh, look at the passing from Japan. It is amazing. These players, they're so unselfish. Doesn't matter who scores, as long as a teammate. As long as someone on the team does. That pass should not be allowed to get across there, and penetration and the layup, and Japan back in control. They led by 3, now it's 9. 45 is Hayao Watanabe. Game being played at a frantic pace. I'm not sure whether Hong Kong can survive if they try and match Japan for pace. Substitution Hong Kong. There's that lovely pass inside. Indication of a really good all-round basketball play. You can't tell whether they're left-handed or right-handed. You can tell you Japan in their warm-ups are practicing a lot of things left-handed. Tabi inside, this time with a right hand. Stephanie Mwali opens her account. Defensively, their footwork is brilliant, Japan, and they keep their hands to themselves as well. Oh, what a pass again! Oh, my word, that is absolutely gorgeous. Split the defense. Did that go through a defender's legs? I don't think it did, but it was very close. And that's a foul, a shooting foul. Hong Kong on the line. 25-12. Remember, it was 3 points just, 2 minutes ago? Look at that pass. The bounce pass inside. Wow, the fake as well. Both defenders moved to open up the lane. Such was the effectiveness of that fake. First is good from number 6 of Hong Kong, that is Ting Chuik. So, well, second almost. Good hustle from Stephanie Mwali. Well, simple play, no passing needed there. 15 is Shiori Yasuna wide open, and the defense from Japan has pushed up the floor now. Well into the last minute of the first quarter. Not an awful lot of contact on that defensive play there. And, well, a rare instance of not a particularly good percentage shot there from Japan. Shot clock being turned off, and Hong Kong need to hold onto the ball to make sure they don't give Japan another shot. Oh, they've lost possession with 6 seconds to go. That's unfortunate dribbling. That's a kind way of putting that. 6 seconds left. Are they going to get a shot away? They need to now, and they do so. Absolutely brilliant management of the shot clock there, the game clock even. The Carter finishes, the ball was in the air, the backboard lit up, it counts. 29-13. Here we go, watch that backboard light up. The ball was almost singeing the net. The backboard lit up, it counts. Yeah, that is wonderful camera work as well. Well done, the production team. Smiling faces in the Japanese lineup. It was 3 points, now suddenly it's 16, all in the last couple of minutes of that first quarter. Ting Chuk, the leading rebounder for Hong Kong, she's got 7. Saki Hayashi has got 6. 6 points rather for Japan. That was the first play of the game. Nice 2 there from Hong Kong's number 2, Yang Ling Wong. Rare turnover. And look at that, absolutely mind-blowing pass. I'm running out of superlatives here. Another one. Great penetration. And a good no foul from Japan. Oh, that pass, the look away and then the pass. I mentioned a couple of Japanese players from the 2015 FIBA Championships, and Asami Yoshida was absolutely just brilliant to watch. And seems to me that one or two of these Japanese guards here are following in her footsteps, her brilliant footsteps. So Hong Kong will get us moving at the beginning of the second quarter. On the turnaround, and the rebound by Tomomi Nakada. Well, powering away through the hoop ball to no avail, but regurgitating the ball, so to speak. And the rebound. 66 there is Kadida Juna Umetsawa, and she looks to be a little inexperienced, if there is anyone in the Japanese team of that ilk. That, I have to say, is just a prayer shot, but it went in. Her prayers were answered. She knew the shot clock was very, very close to expiring, and she threw it up, and it went in. And the rebound there by Umezawa. Well, no one wanted the rebound. It bounced on the floor and dropped into the hands of a Hong Kong player. There was a reach in there. Whose foul is it? Number 11 or number 32? I suspect it was the body contact of 32, yep. Saori Miyazaki. Chuk takes a break. And she's replaced by a big-goggled player. If that's an acceptable word. Oh, great play, left-handed as well. Wonderful protection of the ball. 21 is Sissy Kwan. Here we go, and number 66 is fouled. Umezawa. Tallest player in the Japanese team, 6'2", and she's on the foul line.
To the line for two, Kadisha Umezawa.
Yet to score. And she's rectified that. Good interception, good reading of a potential fast break. Well, the pass was unintended, let's say. Oh, what a hustle. Very nearly takes out the trash bin. The commitments of these Japanese players. That was Tomomi Nakada there, chasing the ball down as her life depended upon grabbing it. Wonderful finger roll layup with an awful lot of hands playing in her face as well. Oh, the passing side, that's more like it. It was all about the pass though, the pass from Miyazaki and Umezawa there. That's her 4th point, first field goal. Goodness, the defense is so aggressive. Yeah, eventually the foul is called. Yep, the smiling player is Saori Miyazaki. Referee let her get away with the initial contact. And that again was all about the fake. Took the defense away, and the cutting player had the easy thing to do. Nice kiss off the glass, albeit in slow motion. And that's a lovely finger roll. That's nearly a lovely finger roll. And look at that, the outlet pass is instantaneous. And the rebound. So strong inside, Stephanie Mwali. Points the margin. And the block shot is called a foul. She got a hand on the ball, but one suspects she rolled the arm as well. There's the rebound from Mwali. Goes up fearlessly. TC Wong goes out for Hong Kong. And the first is good for Kaman Wong. But not the second. Two on the floor for Japan is Leila Takahara. Oh, rather ambitious pass this time. And a rather ambitious three-point attempt as well, with a player a lot taller than her in her face. Well, for a moment, the Japanese have slowed things down. That won't last long, though. And the turnover, Mwali, a poor pass there, and an uncontested layup for Hong Kong. And I can tell you that the Japanese coach will be a tad annoyed. That was a sloppy pass indeed from Stephanie Mwali. Here it is. Telegraphed, that's called. And an easy two, an uncontested layup for Cizli Kwan. So Kwan is on 6 points now. She's not quite the leading scorer for Hong Kong. That honour belongs to Ting Chuek, number 6. There's another player on 6 points, and that is a Japanese player. Number 27 is Saki Hayashi. Yeah, I thought the Japanese coach would be a tad annoyed. Natsumi Yabuchi. That's the first time I've heard her raise her voice. So suitably chastised. Japan come back on the floor. Yeah, the player with goggles on is Jin Hang Chan, number 55. It's when a player wears goggles, it's nothing to do with the paucity of their eyesight. It's to protect a past injury, one suspects. Hello, Tony Parker in the NBA. Oh, lovely hesitation dribble. And the block shot is called a foul, much to the amazement of Aya Watanabe.
Second personal foul, fourth team foul for Japan.
Always ultra polite. Those involved in Asian women's basketball. No question of querying a call. A quizzical look perhaps, but certainly no verbals. 2 from 2 for Hee Lam Kwong. Give and go. Give and post up, and the reverse layup. That is exquisite play. Leila Takahara, she passed, she cut, she got it back and laid it up. Well, an ambitious pass. It was telegraphed. Into the corner, no three-point attempts. Running the play religiously. Again, an ambitious pass. The intended post player or intended pass recipient wasn't quite ready. And Japan get the rebound. And off they go on the break. This is the Japan we all know and love. And scoring on the break as well. 15, Shiori Yasuma. I must confess, I'm running out of superlatives to describe this fast break. Little 2 versus 2 play. That's a nice play as well, but read by the Japanese defense. It was a nice play, but it was all executed in slow motion.
Number 31,
There we go, great shooting form from Aya Watanabe. Elbow pointed at the target, follow through like shooting at a dartboard. Not that I play darts. That's a nice 2 versus 2 play as well. And Japan are leading, but only by 17, make that 19. Again, Hong Kong score, and Japan get the ball down the floor before you can blink. Oh, great hand, she read the dribble. She being Shiori Yasuma, and the rebound. And they know there's a player waiting to shoot the 3, but on this occasion it misses. Just look at the defense of number 23, Moa Nagata there. She's all over her opponent like the veritable rash. Shot clock on 3. Oh, that's a 3-pointer from NBA distance. Well, oh, and the break again. Look, Hong Kong get a 3 at one end, and then, well, what, 1.5 seconds later, the ball is in the hoop at the other end. Astonishing fast break. And she's got an and one. She being Mo Nagata. The lead 18 with 3.5 to go. Japan in the lead, that is. 3.5 to go in the first half. There's the 3-pointer, and then before you could muscle a thought, the ball was in the hoop at the other end for another 3. 2 of which from the field, and a bonus shot is good. I wonder whether that's a predetermined signal. If an opponent scores a 3, you get it down the other end so quickly. 31 on the floor for the first time is Piki Lam, number 31 for Hong Kong, that is. And the foul by Japan's 15, Shiori Yasuma. And Japan, having been relatively free of fouls in the first quarter, are in the penalty with 3:21 to go in the second quarter.
To the line number 1,
Japanese Hong Kong coach making a couple of subs, and Hu Lam Hong hits the second of the 2. The 3-pointer is good. The golden rule, when you get the ball, be a threat, and every Japanese player, they get the ball and just instantly they become a threat. They look at the hoop, draw the defense, and then make things happen. And that's an 8-second call. Terrific defense from Japan. Turnover by Hui Lam Kong. That 3-pointer. Endline ball Japan with just under 3 to go in the first half. An off the ball screen there, the out of bounds play. Hong Kong fans shouting defense, but that's not defense, that's great penetration. She won that with terrific foot speed, Tamami Nakada. Almost a steal there. Again, that's not particularly well executed three-point shot. It's a hope and it's a hurl and hope, I think. Mo Nagata calls the play for Japan, under no pressure. Great rebound. Look at the passing. They just know someone is open, and they invariably find that open player. And that, on that occasion, it was Tamami Nakada. Oh, what hands, what hustle. Well, what desire even. Lane opens up, and, well, the lady who grabbed the loose ball, Mo Nakada, she got it back again and then laid it up. Good hands, it's a super defense. Feet everywhere, hands get to themselves, and look at the pass as well. That's almost telepathy. Another timeout for Hong Kong. Well, that's one of the best passing moves we've seen all day. Not the one we're looking at here, but the one that resulted in Hong Kong having to score a timeout. Absolutely exquisite. Look at that, the floating pass to the cutting player who lays it up. And that player, Tamami Nakada, she's everywhere at the moment. 11 points to Nakata, first player to hit double figures in this third game of the first day of the women's basketball competition 2018 Asian Games. The lead 29 for Japan with 1:21 to go in the first half. There she is, Nakada, leading scorer in the game, the only player to reach double figures so far. And she may increase her 11 points soon. She's still on the floor. And she's in an opponent's face straight away. Oh, the trap almost worked. The footwork on defense of these Japanese players is wonderful. That's a travel. And that was as a result of good defensive footwork from Hong Kong's opponents. Nowhere to go. Coach Hin Ho Kyun offering some encouragement. Oh, another wonderful pass inside. And back to the point. Again, a great move inside the bounce pass. The pass receiver didn't read it. Lovely left-handed layup is unsuccessful. And the rebound there was Tamami Nakada, almost inevitably. An open three-pointer goes in. Number 11 for Japan is Mio Shinozaki. Shinozaki, I think that's her 7th point. Here you go, Japan again on the break. Another three-point attempt is similarly good. 27, Saki Hayashi. A bit of a disastrous last minute of the first half for Hong Kong. And that first half has finished with Japan leading 62-28. I remember at about halfway through the first quarter, it was only a 3-point game. Now it is a 34-point game. As we watch highlights of the last minute, really, of the first half, and a couple of three-pointers as Japan head off to the locker room. Confirmation of the score there in Group Y. Hong Kong have it all to do. They're on the wrong end of a hammering from Japan. Well, not a suspicion even of complacency from Japan. They're so well disciplined. They're the stats from the first half. 28-9 the rebounds. That's one of the key stats, but look at the other one, 22-6 in favor of Japan assist-wise. The three-pointers. Well, Japan, amazingly, sorry, from two-point range they're shooting 14%, from three-point range they're shooting 67%. So Nagata, leading scorer on 11 points, the only player as yet to make double figures. And Miyazaki, 7 assists so far. Miyazaki, that's the number 32. So they're the leading scorers. I said only one on 11 points, but that score at the end put Hayashi on 11 points as well. So we have two players, number 20 and number 27 for Japan, both on 11 points. And the rebounds. That is number 66, Umezawa, the leading rebounder for Japan on 9 points, and she had limited court time as well. An assist, the best passer in the game, 7 assists to Sari Miyazaki. So Miyazaki has just 2 points, but 7 assists. We're watching highlights of the first half, and Japan began like a veritable steam train, and the fast break was just astounding. They then resorted to their half-court game, but some of the passes, well, Hong Kong hung in there for a while. Look at that pass, perhaps the assist of the game so far. The no-look pass and then the defense-splitting pass. And a left-handed layup from Hong Kong, kept them in it. And on the turnaround, the leading rebounder in the game, that is Yuna Umezawa. And a rare uncontested layup for Hong Kong, and the reverse layup from Japan. A long way out, that three-pointer, but it counts. So as you watch highlights of the first half, there's another super pass. And the three-pointer towards the end of the first half from Saki Hayashi, that gave her joint ownership of the leading scorer honor. So there the period splits 29-13. The first quarter was won by Japan, and they won the second quarter by an even bigger margin, 33-15, which equates to a halftime score of 62 to Japan, 28 to Hong Kong.